always telling you to make decisions on your own, until you make a decision they don't like. I guess that's one of the differences between grown-ups and kids. They can overrule us.
Sue Ann's birthday is Saturday. I'm gonna get her a Dragon's Breath video cartridge.
Hold still, will ya? For heck's sake. What's the matter? Don't little girls like dolls anymore?
Well, they're nice, too. But I like to play Dragon's Breath. Sue Ann will probably want me to show her how to play.
2 roses in a yellow wood, yellow wood, yellow wood, yellow wood, wood, wood. Sorry I could not travel alone. Maybe won't travel along I stood, along I stood. Looked down one as far as I could to where he'd been in the undergrowth. Not the over, but the undergrowth. They took the other as just as fair and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear.
David!
Yes, sir?
What is that, Robert Frost?
Yeah, you know it?
Well, I thought I did till I heard you doing what you're doing. Turn that thing off and take those glasses off. You look like some kind of a bebopper.
It's called rapping, and I have to do it for English. We're supposed to memorize this poem, and then I have to explain to the class what it means. And I figured that if I do it like a rap, the kids will really get into it, and I won't have to explain it.
Teacher gonna let you do that?
Well, I have to do something. This poem's really confusing.
No, my boy. The poem is very clear. You're confusing. Just read it.
Read it?
Just read it. Don't kids do that anymore for schoolwork? It's about time.
For what?
For your sister to get home from the cockeyed school meeting. You'd think if they were going to have them, they'd let them out in a decent hour. Come on.
Come on, what?
Come in the house. She's just sitting out there, you know, with whoever it is brought her home. Just sitting.
Well, at least she's home.
She is not home. Home is in here, not out there.
I think Chris is in
Big trouble.
There's homework waiting for you inside, young lady.
Gosh, I finished my homework, Pop.
Well, I don't understand what's so funny. You know, your 15-year-old daughter's not home yet.
Oh.
It ain't no wonder with her mother sitting out there acting like some kind of Bobby Soxer.
What's going on? I'll be right there, Gus. I'll be right in. Well, Gus, I wish you'd waited around. I wanted you to meet Stuart.
I had more on my mind than your date.
He's not a date. He's a friend of Johnny's and mine. We just had dinner, that's all.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
I'm not explaining it. I'm not.
Pick a tile.
You want to play at this hour?
Well, we could stare at each other until your daughter gets home if you'd rather.
No. Z, you go first. You really worried about Chris? It's not even late yet.
I know what time it is. And I know Chris is a good kid. But with what you hear on the radio and you see on the television and in the movies, and you know how them teenage boys are.
Gus, I know about boys, okay? But I also know about Chris. I know the folks that raised her. I also know her grandpa.
There. Have a look at that.
W-Y-E?
You challenge?
Yeah.
Good. W-Y-E, a railroad term referring to the Y-shaped switch used for backing up trains.
W-Y-E.
Double the score. It's 18.
I know how many points I know.
Hi, I'm home. Where is everybody?
Your daughter is now home, and everybody on the west side of town is awake.
Yeah, she's home. We're in here, honey.
You are never going to believe.
And you're late.
I don't believe it myself. Mom, you know Mark Hansen?
That boy at school that you said is so vain and egotistical?
Well, yeah. He asked me out. I mean, me. Isn't that incredible?
Well, if you like vain and egotistical, maybe you ought to try Attila the Hun.
Well, he's not really vain. It just seemed that way when he wasn't paying any attention to me. But that's not all.
Oh, I'm not sure I can take any more.
He invited me to a concert, to see Fire Axe. It's our first appearance since Nigel Toombs rejoined the band.
Well, honey, that's wonderful.
Yeah, you have to leave real early Saturday morning, right before dawn.
Oh, it's a breakfast concert.
No, the concert's in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
It's our only West Coast appearance. That's why we have to go there.
Could we go back to the place where we talked about vein and egotistical, please?
Let's go back a little further. Let's go back to where you're late.
Look, I know what you're both thinking, but it's okay, really.
Well, now, let me be clear, okay? You want to drive to San Francisco all day, just the two of you.
Of course not. Lee and Jason are going, and so are Mindy and Brian.
Who's driving?
Mark. His car will hold 6, if we squeeze a little.
What about after the concert, Saturday night?
We head home.
Without any sleep.
Well, we'll stop for a few hours. We'll take sleeping bags.
What if it rains?
We'll all chip in and get a motel room or something.
Wonder why I knew this was coming.
Chris, I've got to think about this.
Mom, does this mean you're going to give me a hard time about
This
it?
means I'm going to think about it. I think you better go to bed. We'll talk about this tomorrow.
Mother, I've never wanted anything more in my life than to do this.
Good night.
Night. Night, Grandpa.
Are you kidding? I mean, you really have to think about this?
I owe Chris that much. Besides, I can't go around knocking on the closed windows of parked cars. It's not my style. Chris has never given me any reason not to trust her.
I don't think it's a matter of you not trusting her. She's never been this age before.
I'll have the gardener dig him out first thing in the
She's
morning.
never been away for the weekend with a boy before. And we never did get around to discussing the fact that she was late. I thought she handled that pretty well.
Who? No, Gus, I've got it. It's okay, I got it. No, it's okay, Mr. Redmond. No, it's okay, really. The clock was going to go off in about half an hour anyway. I didn't understand. Oh, no, she's not here. Look, there's some kind of misunderstanding. Let me get a hold of Chris for you. Hold on. Grace, wake up, wake up.
What? What is it?
Mrs. Redmond is on the phone.
Who?
Mrs. Redmond. She said that her daughter Lee goes to school with you. Is that right?
Yeah, Lee.
Well, apparently they're going out of town for the day. And she forgot to have Lee pick her up at the airport tonight.
So why did she call here?
Because Lee said she was spending the night with you.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. You know where she is?
Not really.
What if you had to guess?
She may be at Jason Bonner's. That's her boyfriend.
Or his parents' home?
No.
I see.
Look, Mom, from what Lee says, they do this a lot.
Okay, thanks, sweetie.
Wait, Mom.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell Mrs. Redmond?
Yes, I am. Look, I don't want to be a tattletale, but I think she has a right to know that her daughter's safe, don't you?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And later on, I want to talk to you about this.
I really don't have much to say, Mother.
It's okay. I do. Go to sleep. Go on. Go to sleep.
I shall be telling this with a sigh somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Edgar A. Guest.
No, sir, it's not Edgar A. Guest, it's Robert Frost, you see.
Oh. Well, I know I heard it someplace before.
Heard it. Kaplan, you used to run a bookstore, for crying out loud.
Gus, I sold them. I didn't read them all.
I see. Anyway, can you figure that kid David not knowing what that meant?
Well, it's very simple.
Of course it is.
It's about a guy who has a tough time making up his mind.
Joe, it's about making unpopular decisions. That's what it's about.
Well, I never was much for poetry, but there is one that I remember. There was a young lady,
Hi.
Worcester.
Kaplan.
Grandma, can you drop me off at the tape store after school tomorrow?
How's come?
I have to get Sue Ann's birthday present. She's bringing the invitations to school today.
I think I can juggle my schedule for that.
Morning.
Young man, did you get that paper written?
Yes, sir. I decided it was pretty simple after all.
Well, I'm glad you figured that out.
Sure. See, what the guy should do is take one of the roads in the morning, and then come back and take the other one in the afternoon. Is Mom going to take us this morning?
That's what she said before she kicked me out so she could talk with Chris.
I just don't feel comfortable, Chris. Now, if that makes me an old fogey, then it does.
But why, Mother? If I wanted to do something like that, I wouldn't have to go to San Francisco. You can trust me.
I'll bet Lee's mom felt the same way, didn't she?
You mean you're gonna punish me? Because of what Lee does?
You're not being punished, Chris.
Whatever you call it. You're gonna stop me from doing something that's very important to me because of what another girl did. And that's not fair.
I know it seems... Look, you and I have always been able to talk about everything, about anything at all, about love, even about...
We have. And that's why I don't understand this.
I know you... Look, maybe it was just always in the abstract before. Now I'm beginning to realize that it may not be abstract much longer. That's what that phone call did. I'm sorry you think that I'm overreacting. But I don't approve of a trip this long unchaperoned. I just don't.
How could we take a chaperone? It's a squeeze to get Six in Mark's car. And who'd go with us anyway?
I'd go with you. I'd go in a second if I could. That's how much I don't want you disappointed. But I can't go, Chris. I've got to work on Saturday. I'm sorry it's turning out this way.
But still, the bottom line is you don't trust me.
I do trust you.
No! You bring up Lee and the whole matter of sex. Mother, I'm not asking permission to go to with Mark. I'm asking permission to go to a concert. And if you say no, it's because you don't trust me.
I'm not going to argue about it, Chris. It's my responsibility to make this decision, and I will make it. And when you're mature enough to have that responsibility, then you'll make the decision. But that time hasn't happened yet. So I'll make it. And I'm sorry I'm not deciding the way that you want me to. I really am.
You say the time is coming when I'll decide for myself. The time is also coming when I stop accepting your word on everything.
You know, if it was David, I wouldn't give it a thought. He's always cranked up about one thing or another anyway.
You got something?
No, sir. But Chrissy, she never gives anybody any trouble.
What kind of trouble is she giving?
Silence.
That's the worst. I can take Gladys yelling, but she goes silent. It puts me right in the funny farm.
You know, to the best of my knowledge, that kid hasn't said a word to anybody in over 24 hours, and that includes the dog.
Maybe it's hormones.
No, sir. Chrissy's a nice, healthy young girl, and it ain't hormones, Joe.
You're fishy nervous today, Gus.
What are you talking about?
Nervous? You're reeling in, rebaiting, casting out, reeling in.
Do you presume to tell me how to fish?
Nice girls have hormones, too. Everybody has hormones. I've got one.
I see you do. Give tip up.
We had hormones. Remember what it was like being a teenager, full of hormones?
I remember. I still got them. That's how come I know what's going on.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I just talked to Scott Hayes,
Who?
my friend in San Francisco. He pulled the strings. 6 tickets held at the box office until 5 o'clock Saturday.
Great.
And we're really gonna have to leave early. Like, we don't want to get up there and find out they sold our seats to somebody else.
Well, just tell me what time to set my alarm for.
You know something? I was really wrong about you.
How's that?
I've been watching you ever since the semester began. I thought about asking you out, but I decided you were probably too...
To what?
I don't know. I heard you were a brain and all that. I guess I thought you wouldn't be interested in the same things as I am.
Well, I really don't know what brains have to do
Hey,
with...
Chris, tell your mom thanks a bunch.
I guess we know who we can depend on now, don't we?
Holy, Jason, come on.
My parents are still having spasms.
Look, I'm really sorry about your mom, but my mom had no choice. Your mother was so upset.
We'll see if we use you as Alibi Annie again, huh?
Well, I hope you don't, because I don't like being used.
Hey, don't worry about it. I understand. It's okay.
But won't that mean that you won't be able to go to the Fire X concert?
Not in this lifetime. My parents will calm down in a couple of days. I'm not really worried. Come on, let's go. See you later. Bye.
Take a deal.
My mom's gonna call your mother. I hope it's okay.
What for?
Well, you're not gonna believe this, but she's nervous about the trip. At first, she said I couldn't even go. Try that on. But then I told her that your mother said it was a terrific idea. So she said she'd call her later, maybe, and talk it over.
That's fine, but I don't think my mom's gonna be home tonight.
Oh, well, just tell her to call when it's convenient. We're in the book on Juniper Lane.
Okay.
You are so lucky not to have to fight with your folks about stuff like this.
Yeah, I'm lucky, all right.
Hi, honey bunch. Hey, Molly. Just a minute. What's the trouble?
What do you mean?
Well, look at you. You don't look happy to me.
Grandpa, please don't make me stay and talk. I just want to go to my room.
Well, maybe that's what you better do.
David, will you please leave us alone for a while?
What's going on?
There's just something I want to talk to Mom and Grandpa about.
Great. Marley won't talk to anybody. And now you want to talk to everybody but me. I wonder if Arthur's still speaking to me.
Chris just wants some privacy, sweetie.
Okay. Come on, Arthur.
Thanks, David.
If you were smart, you'd want me here. I'm the only one in the family who thinks they should let you go. Come on, Arthur.
Please sit down.
Why does this feel like a jury box?
I suppose now you want to talk to me. Well, I just want to let you know that I'm not going to talk to you. Unless you beg. And that goes for you, too.
There's something I want to discuss with both of you. And I promise you that I'm going to be very calm about it. You both have always taught me that when I have a problem, I should search for a solution and not just stand around and cry about it. Well, I have a real problem. You see, I've been the new kid in school and the one who makes good grades. So it's been pretty lonely.
Do you think I don't know that, Chris?
I know you realize that. But this is my chance to make real friends and not feel so weird anymore. And everything seems to be dependent on my being responsible and your trusting me. So tell me what I can do to reassure you, and I'll do it.
Chris, I don't know what to say to you.
What I mean is I will do anything. Literally anything to be able to go.
That doesn't change the fact that this is an overnight trip with young people that we don't know, Chris. And two of those people are active.
Most of the people in the world are active. That doesn't mean I'm going to catch it like a
Most
virus.
people aren't 15 years old.
Grandpa, will you please tell her that she's being unreasonable?
No. See, she's not being unreasonable. And I'm darn glad she has the strength to tell you what she thinks is right.
But what about me?
Don't shout.
Well, you must have done pretty good. It's when they stomp out the front door you got to worry.
What's the matter? Chris?
I don't want to talk, okay?
I just wanted to know what was wrong.
Molly, leave me alone. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
You didn't.
It has nothing to do with you.
No,
Then why are you crying?
I'm not.
Molly, I asked you a question.
And I asked you what was wrong, and you wouldn't tell me that either.
It's just that there's something I really want to do. I just have to. And Mom says I can't.
I know. David told me.
Then why did you ask?
I was just trying to make you feel better.
Oh. So what's the matter with you?
I didn't get invited
What?
to Sue Ann's birthday party.
Why?
I don't know. Naomi got invited, and Belinda. Just about everybody.
Well, maybe it was a mistake.
No. Sue Ann was handing out the invitations. She looked right at me and walked away. Please don't say it doesn't matter.
I won't. I know it does matter. Not a prize winner of a day, was it?
No.
Well, you know what Scarlett O'Hara said.
Who?
She said tomorrow is another day.
Did she say dumb things like that a lot?
Oh, excuse me. I thought Gus was alone. I didn't hear the noise you guys usually make at breakfast.
Come on
I
in,
can come
get
back later.
Come and get a cup of coffee, for crying out loud. Molly, I don't know what to do about your problem. If this friend of yours doesn't realize how much fun you'll be at the party, I guess we'll have to let that be her problem. Chris, there is something I can do for you.
What, Grandpa?
Well, I can see Crimshaw and see if his van's out of the shop and see if I can borrow it.
Crimshaw's van? What's that got to do with anything?
It'll haul 7 people and I can't.
7, huh?
If it's that big a deal to you, you're going to go to that concert, if it's all right with you.
Right with me.
And you can tell your friends to tell their parents that I'll be doing the driving and I'll be the chaperone so they don't have to worry about that. Okay? That'll be that.
That's really nice, Grandpa.
Hiya.
Well, how was the jog?
Great, except for that little dog over on Walnut Street.
Why don't you take one of my walking sticks with you and give him a whack?
No, it's only a little tiny dog.
Yeah, they still bite you on the ankles, you know.
Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, Gus. I forgot to thank you for what you're doing for Chris and those kids. It means a lot.
No need to.
Oh, there is a need. It means a lot to Chris to go on this trip, and, well, it's no picnic taking 6 teenagers on a trip to San Francisco. I know that. You gotta put up miss your granddaughter.
Well, that's not the hard part. The hard part's going to be having them stay overnight here.
No, it'll be like having a slumber party.
Except it's co-ed.
Yeah, you'll never even know they're in the house.
Somehow I think I will.
I wanted to count. It doesn't matter what you had your boyfriend. I have had it. Tough luck.
Hold it. Now, we got to be on the road by 6 o'clock in the morning. That means we got to get up by 5. Now, the best way to do that is for everybody to get to bed as soon as possible.
Okay.
However, boys in the kitchen and the girls out
Come on.
Tough luck, lover boy.
Maybe.
there. Now, the entry hall here, that's no man's land. Or no woman's land, whichever applies.
Well, at least we got the fridge.
No, you don't. If I let you in the fridge, I got to let them in the fridge, and then I wind up with a lot of cross traffic here through no man's land.
It's a great place.
Any questions?
No.
Get to bed. Good night.
Mark, can we talk for a minute?
Sure, what is it?
Well, why don't we go outside, huh? Mark, I wanted to explain to you why I wouldn't let Chris go with you to San Francisco.
Oh, you don't have
See, it
to.
has nothing to do with you, actually. It has to do with the way the way that we feel about her and our responsibility towards her.
I understand.
Matter of fact, that's why her grandfather feels so strongly about chaperoning this trip. Because she's real special to us.
I can tell. And, well, I like her too.
Well, that's wonderful. I know Chris is real fond of you.
Oh, no.
And that's why I know that, well, that you both will behave with respect and consideration and
Don't say it, Mom, please.
and you won't do anything to hurt the other person, all right?
She said it.
Yes, ma'am. And my parents are glad Mr. Witherspoon is coming along. They're a little old-fashioned, too.
Oh,
Night, Mom.
I thought you were asleep by now.
I miss Chris.
She's right downstairs.
Do you think she'd mind if I went down and slept there?
No, she wouldn't mind. I'd mind. They're getting up early in the morning and
And I need my sleep.
the birthday party still.
I don't understand what I did.
Do you suppose this has anything to do with who won the spelling bee at school?
But Sue Ann said she was glad I won. She even congratulated me, like this story.
What story?
Last week, Mrs. Harris asked me to read my story in front of the whole class.
Did she ask Sue Ann?
No, but Sue Ann said it didn't matter.
Well, maybe Sue Ann is tired of getting second place to Molly Witherspoon. And maybe she's getting even, huh?
But we're friends. At least I thought we were.
I know. That's why it hurts. Tell you what you gotta do. You've gotta not let it hurt. And that way, Sue Ann is the one who gets disappointed.
You're right. But, Mom, it does hurt.
I know that, sweetie. I know.
Sleepwalking around in your family, kid?
Bathroom. I was just looking for the bathroom.
Top of the stairs. First door on the left. Can't miss it. It's the one with the light on and the commode in it.
Up here? Thank you. Thanks a lot.
And you just flick that lever there for high beams.
I know, Crenshaw. Come on, kid. Will you shake a leg?
Kidding, I can barely walk. That floor was hard.
And to get it in reverse, you just pull the shift all the way over to the right and down.
I know that too, sir. Good morning, honey.
It's so dark.
Well, it usually is this time of morning. Morning.
They gonna sleep all the way up there?
Wouldn't that be a blessing? But I kind of doubt it.
You sure you can handle anything this modern, Gramps?
I tell you, kid, I'll do the best I can.
Okay.
That one of those tape players that's designed to shatter glass?
Not on this trip, sir.
Don't play that thing too loud, Chrissy.
I won't, Mr. Crenshaw.
And don't you forget the gas gauge. Now, when it gets into the red, it's got about 2.5 gallons left, so find the gas station real quick.
I will. Will you let it go, Crenshaw? I gotta get this show on the road. Now move out of the way.
Oh, all right. But look, just be careful.
I promise you. I'll bring your machine back and it won't so much as have a scratch on it. Now, will you get out of the way? Chrissy, honey, you want to shut the door?
Yeah.
And off we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. You want to turn that noisy thing off? Now, I like music. I got nothing against music. Matter of fact, I really like it. So I brought some tapes of my own. What we're going to do is going to play some of yours, and we're going to play some of mine. But I control the volume. Since it's early, what do you say we start with one of mine?
The Radiant Strings?
Just play it, kid. You're going to like it. That's an order.
Oh my gosh, 600 miles of elevator music.
Hi. How did you sleep?
Do I have to go to school on Monday and face everybody?
Oh, dear. I'm afraid you do, Pumpkin.
They're all going to be laughing at me.
Oh, no, they won't laugh at you at all. You just walk in there with your head held high and show them everything is super. Show them that birthday party means nothing to you at all. Not a thing. And I guarantee you, they'll respect you for it.
What do I do about Sue Ann?
Well, mostly I think you just ignore Sue Ann. Unless she starts to pick on you, of course. And if she does that, you just give her a look that says, if you pick on me, miss, I'll just spit in your eye.
You want me to spit in her eye?
No, I don't want you to do that. But give her a look that says you could do that if you wanted to do that. I think you'll do just fine. Come on, breakfast, let's go. Atta girl.
What is it?
I guess I forgot to tell you about the rules. Number one, everybody gets in their own sleeping bag.
Oh, come on. We're not doing anything.
I know, kid. I was a boy once myself. Now get out of there and get in your own bag.
If we keep stopping for every little thing, we are never going to make it to this concert.
Yeah.
Sis, we stop for this once more. We're turning around and going home now. It's up to you.
Come on, guys, give us a break.
Okay, Jace, move it.
Yes, sir. Anything you say, sir. You guys happy now? Huh?
It's really fun now.
Hi, big guy. What's Molly up to?
Watching TV and taking big rests. You just forget about that stupid party.
Oh, she needs somebody to hang out with.
How about you, Mom? You're her mother.
Well, I've got to work this afternoon. Besides, it's always assumed that a mom will step in because she has to. But if somebody who normally hates the person were to step in and invite him to a movie or just to hang out, well, that'd mean something, wouldn't it?
I'll have to think about that for a while.
What was that?
I don't know, but whatever it was, we hit it.
But it's a rock or something.
No, it was an animal. And we're going to go back and see how bad it's hurt.
Great.
What was it?
I don't know, honey. It's a small animal, a raccoon, a possum, something about that size.
Poor thing.
Well, did it hurt the van?
No.
Well, then why don't we get going?
Well, I don't know if it's dead, you see.
Does it really matter if the animal's dead?
Matters to me.
Well, what can we do?
Stay right here. I'll go track it and see how bad it's hurt.
And what are we supposed to do while you're out there playing Daniel Boone?
You're supposed to stay right here.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to get going. We're late for the concert as it is, remember?
Jason Sweat is just some dumb old jackrabbit, probably dead already.
Well, how do we know? We can't just drive off and leave it.
Well, you're discussing it. I'll go see what I ran into.
Grandpa, wait. I'll go with you.
Stay there.
Me too.
Wait for me.
Yeah, and me.
No, you stay. Okay?
And who's going to stop me?
All right, if you're going to go with me, you're going to do exactly what I tell you. You understand?
How do we go about it?
All right, you look along the shoulder here and see if you can see signs of blood. Now, be careful. This is a wild animal that's been hurt, so don't reach for it like it's somebody's house cat. And be careful.
Over here.
Now, look here, see? Looks like he's gone across the road. Now, when you get over there, spread out. Be very careful. kids. Go back to the van. I'll be along in a minute.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to put him out of his misery.
Grandpa!
That sounds like about the best thing Gramps has had to say all day.
Jason, you're gross. Why can't we take it to a vet?
I don't see any veterinary out here.
Well, can't we at least look?
You want to get to that concert by 5 o'clock or mess around with this raccoon? Now it's up to you.
Concert. You heard him. Let's go. Hey, I think we should vote on it.
Yes,
No votes.
Why not?
No votes.
It's our concert. Let us decide.
She's right.
All right. Who's in favor of saving the raccoon?
When am I going to get back to my normal size?
But Snosh, don't you enjoy being big? You were such a hero when the mutants were around.
Just doing my duty, Pandro. But now I can't.
I remember this one. It's one of those dumb ones.
Ah, don't worry, Snarf. It'll wear off in a few
Hey,
days and you'll be your normal.
I've got an idea. If I can get Mom to okay it, do you want to go to a movie? What's the catch? No catch. I just felt like getting out of the house. And I don't like going by myself. Of course, if you don't want to go, I mean, I know you don't want to be seen with your own brother.
Well, if Mom says it's okay.
I've still got some of my allowance left over. Maybe afterwards we can stop off at Fat Raleigh's for an orange whip.
You all right?
Yeah. It'll be fun. We can just hang out.
Okay, I'll go get ready.
I won't be able to tell you anything until I get a better look. What the heck happened?
I hit it on the road.
You mean this isn't a pet?
Is that okay? That it isn't a pet?
Sure. Take it easy now. Strange, but it's okay. This might take a little while. There's a sandwich shop across the street if you want to wait. It's a little more comfortable than here. This robe belong to anybody?
Oh, it's mine. I thought it needed something to be wrapped in.
I'll keep it here until you get back.
You know, I really think this whole situation stinks.
Will you calm down?
No, I'm not going to calm down. First of all, you guys decide to find this little animal, and then you decide to bring it to the vet, and now what are we doing? We're sitting here waiting for it. You know, what about Brian and me? We've been waiting a long time to go see Fire Axe. I don't care. Look, I don't care whether you guys want to see him or not. I think the least thing you can do is let us take the keys to the van, and we'll pick you up on the way back.
That's right.
Kid's got a point, you know.
Look, Gramps, just stay out of it, okay? Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place.
Jason.
Well, he's the one who hit the raccoon, isn't he?
Well, we're the ones who decided to stay.
No, you decided to stay.
Now, Scott is going to hold the tickets for us, all right?
Great.
So all we'll miss is the opening acts. Big deal. We'll still have time to see most of the concert.
So quit being a jerk, Jason.
Oh, that's a pretty beat-up animal.
Can it be saved?
Well, I don't know whether save's the right word. It has a broken pelvis and femur.
Well, those things can be fixed, can't they?
Yes, but that's only part of the problem. You have to remember that this isn't a pet. It's a wild animal. It needs to be 100% to make it out in the wild. I recommend you put the animal to sleep.
No!
Yeah, I would, yeah. I think we should.
Not if there's a chance to save it.
We brought it to you.
All you're going to do is send it back to the wild, so it doesn't seem worth the effort or expense.
Doctor, if you can fix it. Well, can you?
Yes, I'm fairly certain, but you don't seem to understand.
Oh, no. I do understand, and I agree with you. But for the sake of these kids, if you can fix it, go ahead and fix it. They're pretty good kids, you know. Well, all except for him. He's kind of a sniveling brat.
Who are you calling a brat?
You. I mean, I got an 8-year-old granddaughter that acts more grown up than you do.
Well, it's not cheap.
I know. What do you think it'll cost?
$250.
That's not cheap. I guess I can write you a check for that.
I'm sorry I can't accept an out-of-town check from someone I don't know.
You can't. See how much money we got.
How much do you have?
Well, I got $133 here.
Here's 20.
That's your concert money, you know.
I know.
$50 short.
Well, you're not. You might need this on your way home. I don't know what happened between you people and the raccoon, but I sure hope it's catchy.
Your turn, Mr. Witherspoon.
Okay, you got any tapes by those fellows we were on our way up to here?
You mean fire acts? You bet.
What happened to elevator music?
Well, I figured we missed the chance to hear those guys. We just well listen to them now.
What do you think?
Well, not too bad. Turn it up a little, will you?
You're kidding. Hey, Grandpa, turn it up.
Did I turn off the light?
Hi, we're back.
Well, you're home a day early. What about the concert?
Who's this gentleman?
Oh, Gus, I'm sorry. This is Stuart Tracy. I've told you all about him.
You, sir?
Gus Witherspoon. The concert, what happened?
We didn't go.
Why not? What happened?
We had an adventure.
An adventure?
Yeah, we saved a raccoon. We had a great time, didn't we, Grandpa?
We did. How's Molly?
Well, Molly's great. She's upstairs with David. They're swapping elephant jokes.
You're doing what?
Swapping elephant jokes.
David and Molly?
Yep. They've been doing that ever since they came back from the movies. Gus, what's the matter?
A little wax in my ears, all.
Well, we're off.
Where to?
We're going to the movies. I'll hear about your adventure when I get home. Good night, Gus.
Good night. Have a good night.
Before you go, Mr. Tracy, our mother is very special to us.
Well, she's very special to me too, Chris.
I know. And that's why I'm sure that you will treat her with consideration and respect and will not do anything that would hurt her.
You're such a cutie. I'll explain in the car. Good night, Chris.
Night.
You put me in mind of my side of the family.